everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today is October favorites. I know it's the middle of November, late November, but that's the way it works sometimes. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do October favorites. Sorry, I'm laughing. I realized I should have done this like 2 weeks ago. If you've been watching my videos, you know I had some issues, some skin issues with some compromised pre-cancerous possibly skin that I had to take care of. My face got all bruised up and all kinds of other stuff's been going on. The election, you know, my daytime job, my in real life job takes up, you know, 60 hours a week if I'm lucky, probably more. So I'm a little behind. Anyway, that's okay. You know, it's funny. I was thinking to myself that I would have a ton of October favorites, but interestingly enough, a lot of the things that are my favorites I maybe purchased in October, but I didn't do videos on them until November. So they'll actually end up being November favorites. Kind of interesting. I will have some fails in here as well. So let's start with primer. So the two primers are the Guerlain Youth Watery Oil. This is the teeny little bottle. I did pick up the full bottle during the Sephora sale. I've been using this as a primer ever since I started using this little sample that I got with the Guerlain holiday purchases that I made. I absolutely love it. I think it plumps my skin. Again, I can't really attest to whether it's gonna, you know, be a great serum over time and make my skin look better, but it makes it look better for the hour that I'm on film or whatever. So I'll take it. The Bobbi Brown face base. This is the primer as well. This is like basically primer moisturizer. Also love that. I also bought a full size of that at the Sephora sale. So those two were absolute winners, and I'm very excited that I found them and that I picked them up. So let's go by brand, because there's some things in each brand that I like that are, you know, either eyeshadows or, let's just go by brand. Let's just make it simple. The first is the Tom Ford First Frost. I really do love this eye quad. You can see it's already well loved and I haven't had it for very long. I know that it looks a little bit like the Diver from last year, but I don't care. I just really like it. I like the way it looks on me. I like the shades. I like the blendability. I think it looks beautiful on the eye. It's a favorite from October. Along with that is the First Frost Lip Balm, which is just, I mean, it's just a cool lip balm. I'm not gonna say that it has like the glitter particles that are in it when it actually goes on your lips. When it goes on your lips, it looks just more like shiny lip gloss, but like a lip balm lip gloss, but I really like it. And I just think it looks really pretty on my lips, so, and it feels good. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's pretty simple in its concept, but I just think it delivers exactly what I was hoping for, so I really like it. The Dior Holiday Collection. So I picked up pretty much everything in the Dior Holiday Collection. The lipsticks for me were kind of like, and that would be my fail. I didn't think they were great. I didn't think they were terrible, but none of the shades really were like, I must have. The one that I really wanted was the beige one. I forget the name of it. I'll put it down below. Beige Dior or whatever it was. And there was something wrong with that shade. Sparkling beige? I can't remember. But anyway, I'll put it down below. I think it might have been sparkling beige. It was a huge fail because it was terrible. Like, it looked chalky. It looked bad. I don't know if it was the shade. I don't know if it was just the batch. Whatever. It was a huge fail. I did not return it because you know, living in the time of COVID. But I will admit, under other circumstances, I would have returned it because it was bad. Yeah, it was just bad. So that was my huge fail for the month of October. The rest of the collection, though, I thought was really nice. The two eyeshadow quads, the Golden Snow and the Black Nights, both beautiful. Golden Snow is probably my favorite of the two. It does look a little bit like jungle, but I really like the color story. I think it's beautiful. The Black Knights is also stunning. I just probably won't use it as much, but it's a beautiful quad. Formulas are the same as the other Dior's Quints that I've been showing you guys, and I do have a ranking coming up soon. So I did like both of the eyeshadow Quints that came out. They're both beautiful. I would highly recommend them. I hear some of them are actually going on sale, so I would definitely pick both of them up. The blush, there was like a yellowy blush or gold blush, which I used as a highlighter. I didn't think it was a great highlighter, but they called it a blush. But the other blush, the 353, I think is really pretty. It's just a nice pinky blush. And this is actually a favorite. I've been using it a lot. Rose Montaigne is my favorite shade, but this is really pretty. I think it looks really nice on the eye, and I've worn it, quite often. The Chanel Holiday Collection. I really enjoyed all of the single shadows. The one that's my favorite is the Cure, that's not right, C-U-I-R, Cure Brun. I really like the shade. I think it's unique. It's definitely brun, but it has like a shift to it, almost like a metallic, but not. I think it looks like mushroomy, taupey. On my eyes with blue eyes, I just think it looks really pretty. I think it's a great one and done kind of shade. And depending on what you want to play up in the shade, you can use like more of a purpley liner to make it look like cooler, or you can use more of like a coppery liner to make it look warmer, and then black just looks stunning with it as well. So that's my favorite of all the single shades. The rose shade in there, the rose gold shade is beautiful. The light champagne shade. I actually really like the single shadows. I was not blown away when I saw them online, but on the eye, I think they really do look beautiful. The lipsticks, I think, were all stunning. They are the traditional lipstick shades and formula. The one that I really like is 127 Rouge Dior. I just think this is a really pretty red shade for the holidays. I think that's like your perfect holiday red. And again, the Chanel formula is just excellent. The other shade that I liked was the 107, which is the Ore Beige. It's got some sparkle to it. It's really pretty. I've been using that one a lot. Those are my two favorites. But I would say all of them are really nice, and like I said, the formula is really good. Okay, so that's Chanel, Tom Ford. I'm just going through my brain. Okay, so Pat McGrath. The standout for me for Pat McGrath is the highlighter, which is really interesting because when I saw this online, I was like, no, it's gonna be too dark. It really isn't a point in picking it up. I bought it anyway. I'm so glad I did. It's called champagne gold, but it's pink. Like it's like a pinky gold. It's rose gold in my mind. And it looks beautiful on. I especially love it because I am a cool toned person. I absolutely love it. And I did a video where I tried to show like other shades in my collection to see what was like it. I had nothing like it. Not exactly. I mean, yes, there were some, I got a lot of shades here, like remnants, guys, but there were things that were similar, but nothing just quite like this. It's just, I really love it. Really love it. And, for really, it wasn't an expectation at all. I didn't think I was gonna like it. I really just picked it up because everyone was talking about it. And I was like, well, I should review it because, people want to see what it looks like on a pale skin tone. I should review it, and I love it. It's fast become like one of my favorite highlighters. So you never know. Like you see something online, that's not what it ends up looking like. Wayne Goss. So the Wayne Goss blush palettes. I picked up 3 of them. I love all of them. I will probably pick up the 4th one. I'm waiting for his eyeshadow palette to drop. I'm not sure if it will already drop when this goes up. I'm not sure. But I am going to pick up, obviously, his eyeshadow palette. So I'll probably just pick up the 4th blush palette when I do that. This one though is my favorite. This is the Coral Rose. I really love this particular combination on my skin. I just love it. I've used this practically more than any other blush highlight combination. I just think it looks gorgeous on pale skin. It blends beautifully, doesn't, you know, accentuate texture. It's amazing. I really, really love it. And I would, like I said, I recommend all of the palettes. Just pick the color story that most, you know, you most identify with. I will put the video above so you can see the different shades. The Victoria Beckham Posh lipsticks. Love them. I have 4 of them. I am gonna pick up some more. I'm gonna pick up some more liners, and I'm gonna pick up her new lid lusters in Honey and Tea Rose, I believe it is. This is Fringe. Fringe is one of my favorites. This is Play. Play is a really pretty, almost like magenta shade. This is Spice. Spice is my favorite shade. It's just a really good neutral. I mean, I really love Fringe, but I have to say, Spice is my favorite because I'm a neutral girl. Fringe is really good and it's gonna be great in the fall, but I could just see me wearing Spice like year round. And then Pose, which is also just really beautiful. So I'm gonna pick up more of those because they're beautiful and I love them. The formula is really great, looks beautiful on, you know, nothing bad to say. The only thing I would say, of course, is right now, maybe you don't wanna invest in a lot of lip products, which I totally get. Masks, you know, which is why the next product, again, I get it, masks, but I have to say this would be my #1 for the month of October. The Lisa Eldridge collection that launched. I love all the liners, I love all the lip glosses, I love all the lipsticks. I've been a Lisa Eldridge fan for years, so, you know, not a shock. My favorite shade, I have a lot of the shades, but my favorite shade is either of the new ones. Okay. It's either Affair, which is like the good, this is like the good everyday, really, it looks beautiful on. It's a great shade for me. It's like a neutral, but it has more oomph to it than the Fawn. The Fawn is beautiful, but the Fawn is lighter. Or Dragon. That's Dragon. And Dragon is just, it's this gorgeous like burnt orangey red, and it looks beautiful on the lips. I don't know what to tell you. It's stunning. The lip glosses and the lip liners do not come off your lips, like at all. My favorite in the lip liners and lip glosses is Muse. Muse is more of a pink, but it's a really pretty pink. Like, it's not like Barbie pink, I guess is the way to say it. Blush is really nice too, but I like Muse. So that's Muse right here. I really hope she comes out with liners and glosses in all of the shades, because I would love to have one in Fawn and Dragon and Affair, which don't exist yet. But yeah, that I have to say, you know, that alone made my October. I don't know what to tell you guys. I really love her collections. So those are my October favorites. My fails, I mentioned, one was the Dior, the lipsticks. The lipsticks overall, I just didn't think were that great. The shades just didn't really do anything for me. The formula was fine, except for the sparkling beige or whatever shade that was. That was terrible. That was a huge fail. That was probably the biggest fail I've had. Like, I can't remember I mean, honestly, that was huge. It was terrible. Of the other collections I tried, I would say the Makeup by Mario Metallics was a fail in the sense that I was hoping for his ABH collab kind of formula and level. Those aren't that. The mattes that he did are good. I do actually really like them. I think the mattes are good on the skin, especially more mature skin. I think it worked really well, and it didn't accentuate any texture or anything on my eyes. I liked it very much. I would put it on the par of like a Viseart matte, which is pretty high praise because I love Viseart. But the metallics, I was kind of like, eh. His prep palette for the eyes, actually I did really like that. I wouldn't say it was one of my favorites, but I really do like it. And it's, if I'm gonna use anything to prep my eyes, I have been using that. So that, you know, that was really good. The Yves Saint Laurent palette, I think, is really pretty. The Holiday Clutch, I think it was beautiful. It performed exactly how it should. I would just say that the two former ones, you can see one of them over here, the Marrakesh and Paris are still, in my mind, better color stories. Not a fail really, but not as good, I guess. The lip shines were really pretty. The lipsticks were good. Nothing to be like, this is the best thing ever, but nice. The Clos de Peau, I thought was a good release. It was a good holiday release. I have never been like a huge fan for their eyeshadows. They're not bad eyeshadows. They're just very light. They're very powdery. It's a particular type of look. It's a particular type of aesthetic. But their powder, their highlighting powder, their illuminator, I should have put that on the list. That is stunning. The Clos de Peau highlighting like holiday powder, it's beautiful. The illumination is absolutely stunning. So I think I'm looking over at like my entire drawers over here. I think those are it. Those are my favorites and fails for the month of October. I am gonna have a lot more favorites, I think, for the month of November. Some of the stuff I've just tried. Some of the brands, really impressive, really, I'm like, wow, it's not expecting to love it that much. I've got a lot of good stuff coming up, guys. Some really interesting things. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you're subscribed over on Instagram. I don't want you to miss out on anything. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you in another video really soon. Bye.